Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are here for some Deconstruction Simulator today. And so I get this out in the first few minutes. If you enjoy what I'm doing here, let me know so I can continue to make these videos. I will probably record up 5 or 6 of them, but if y'all don't want to watch them, I can just play the game myself. So let me know. But I have a little bit of difference for this game from the normal simulators that I have been playing here recently, which is this one I have been playing ahead of time. This is where I'm currently at in my warehouse. But we will quit and go back out here because we are going to start from the beginning. The reason why I have been playing this one ahead of time is because I've already played through the prologue, the demo that they put out ahead of time, and wanted to see how things were before I actually started recording it from the prologue. I also have the other game made by these guys similar to this. I'm going to look for the name of it real quick. It is Ship Destruction something. I'm looking, and yes, every time I leave the game, it the sound goes away. Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. I haven't played number 1, but I do have number 2. Played all the way through it. If you'd like to see some of that, let me know. We can do that as well after we're done with this, if we continue. So, new game. Empty. We have a little bit of a cutscene to go through here at the beginning, which isn't really a cutscene, but it is, so shut up. Yes, you guys have to get your bullshit in.
Boss, I'll be right there. 9102 Fairwary Drive, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I know that this is your first time and that the property looks intimidating, but it's a simple job. Get your act together, or I'll find someone else to take your place, newbie.
A simple job. Yeah. I'll call you right back. I'm getting there. Okay, here I am. Enter the crane, whack the ball. Easy money. At least that's what the boss kept saying. I've arrived. I'll wrap up the job, write up the report, and roll. I'll see you soon.
I left the keys in the back. The wrecking ball's getting hungry, newbie. Don't prolong it. My patience is limited, and time is money.
Okay, so check the house number.
Boss? I think there's something wrong with this house number. It's kind of crooked and...
I certainly got you the right address. You think I'm talking crap, newbie?
No, boss. The thing is...
Stop whining and get to work. The money's good. There's no time to be picky. Such a customer happens once a quarter. Move it!
Uh-huh. You didn't tell me that any idiot's gonna fall for this and not, look at the street number of the house across the street right there and go, okay, well, that one's 9102. This one says 9102. Is every house on this street 9102? Well, there's not much left of a street, but something's wrong. You wouldn't do this job. You're not going to demolish somebody's house when the number looks that stupid without going and checking the neighbor's house and go, this is something off, or... But here we go. We gotta enter this and then use the wrecking ball. No work into it, just push a button, it automatically boom right through the garage.
We have a problem. I'm not up to the job, huh?
And what did you think? You brought it on yourself.
No, you brought it on yourself because you're an idiot.
Moment's come to take control. taken out a loan to start my own business. We'll still see it.
Hey, we used one of those in the last simulator.
It's time to get to work.
All right, so now we have to go through basically what was the prologue. So there's wrecking. No, I can't put crew. Okay, fine. I'll just do Bear's Den.
Hello, world. First the paperwork, then all the rest. I'll
Okay.
buy this permit and get to work.
First issue with this game. It's 2025. Where's my tablet? Why is all this more important information that I need on a job not on a tablet? Why do I have to come to a computer? Also, how do you get contracting permits? Only one that lasts for all jobs that are similar to that job. That's not how this works. But okay, we'll go with it.
The most basic permits, but they need to buy wheels.
Now they want us to buy a vehicle. The only one we can buy is a small van. If you play this game, pay attention to the fact that this is the small van you're buying.
This one will be just time to cash in on this shiny new
And
car.
I'll show you
See
why,
what's out there in the contract market.
except I got to get through the tutorial first. So, tutorial first, accept our contract. And now we need to quit. And it's time to start your first contract. So, selecting. I did that. What is it complaining? Oh, that's stupid thing. Don't listen to that stupid thing. Grab a brick pallet, put it in the trunk. Okay.
I'll
That
also
in
need a box
there.
for small stuff.
Oh yeah, box for small stuff. Right click, we get our box. By the way, the rest of the game will bitch every time you do this. Sitting stuff on the ground is insecured.
Let's hope this contract.
What do you want now?
Feels expensive and time is money.
Yes, I'm trying to leave. You're not letting me leave. I want to get through this stupid tutorial, which they don't have a way of shutting off.
The owner's name is Ricky.
The
He went to
stupid
jail and his
tutorial.
property was taken over by a bailiff. Classic.
Why did the bailiff take over his house? Also, why are we I do believe this one is retrieve a bookshelf, retrieve a washing machine, and destroy 7 walls. Why are we remodeling a house that has been taken over or seized by the sheriff's department? What did this guy do that his house is being seized by the sheriff's department?
Not bad. Let's scan something and find if there's anything worth saving.
Yeah, I know. You want to do the scan thing. Shut up a minute. Wait a minute. It says scan sofa. That's not a sofa. I thought we need to get a chair. Oh, we don't need to get a chair. Okay, we'll kiss my ass. Okay,
It's
that's not a
orange.
sofa.
Not worth my time here.
Which is also bullshit, by the way. Don't listen to that. We'll get to why in a little bit. Okay, so you get over here because we got to destroy this wall. Let's get this, which is really weird that you get a penalty for trying to take the armchair because we're taking all of this small shit. Oh god, we got to scan more shit. I hate tutorials. Yes, I scanned it. All right, it's rare. They want us to pick it
For
up.
the fact that a customer requested it, I'd gladly take it to the warehouse and sell for some good cash.
Okay, it's the retrieve thing. All right. So there's
Now I just need
that.
to gather the small stuff, and I can get down to serious work.
Yes. Would you let me grab the small? I have the small item box. I already brought it in. What do you want? Put down. I did. It's in the
As
living
always,
room.
Lots of dust catchers.
Tutorial is so annoying. There's really should be a way to skip this. Get your head in the box. Yes, stop telling me this crap. I know.
Dismantle and package it. This is gonna be satisfying. Maybe I should record it and post it on my Tech Tuck.
Shut up, you. Ain't nobody need to see you tear apart a bookshelf on TikTok. Alright. By the way, if anybody's ever put together this kind of furniture, this is not how you take apart this kind of furniture. You do not use a chisel to take these out. There's little screws in there, and you pull the screws out. You also do not have all of these on all these shelves. There's usually, well, for these, it would just be little holes in the plastic that would go in there. And you definitely wouldn't use a chisel. You would use a screwdriver if they didn't pull out just with your fingers. I enjoy this game. Don't get the criticism wrong. I enjoy it. I've been playing it for quite a while. But there's a lot of things about this game that are a little weird. And I will be complaining about most, if not all of them. Okay, so now we got that done. They want us to go in the bathroom, get the washing machine, which we already did. The only thing left is destroying the walls. Now, bonus job. This one says total amount plus $50. Does not actually have a bonus for it. But watch, because a lot of them do. And it will not have it listed over there on the side of the screen. All right, so apparently we have to close these doors. That is absolutely not needed anywhere outside of now.
For some time-consuming stuff, but it'll be worth it. I can recover a lot of valuable parts from the walls, but it'll take up a lot of space in the car.
Yes, which you absolutely would not be saving drywall. Drywall is not a thing you would be saving, because trying to get it off like that is damn near impossible. Also, the way they have you pack this van with drywall is ridiculously stupid. Okay, so now we need to saw through the nails, I'm assuming is what they're going with here, which is a little weird. I have no idea why they're having you saw through the nails. You would use a crowbar and pull these apart. But apparently to them it makes sense to trim the tops and bottoms of all these boards while you're trying to get between the wood to hit the screws. And then you pick up all the things, which, by the way, these are different sized wood, which is absolutely wrong. For anybody that's ever done construction, you absolutely use 2x4s for the entire construction. You don't use 1x1s in between the 2x4s. They all have the same studs.
Now the best part. Just have to be careful not to damage anything else.
Okay, I need to make sure that's in there far enough so the doors are closed. All right, so now we're just doing this the fun way, which is a lot more proper. which is just break all of that out. You would probably try to save the wood. I saving the wood makes sense. There's things you could use it for, but the drywall, the sheetrock, whatever you want to call it, no. You absolutely would not.
What a mess.
Yeah,
I can't work like this. Can't
screw
even see
that
my own
desk.
shoes.
That's another issue. You can't move things in this game. Like that desk. I could not move that out of the way. I could take it apart, but I couldn't just slide it out of the way. If you're doing this and really care about the whole rating thing, I'm just trying to get through the tutorial so we can get to the actual proper game. Is you would dismantle the wall with the saw, not listen to the game, and destroy things with the sledgehammer. All right, so get that done. Pick this up as well. Another little nitpick I have with this game is how weird it is with completing things. This is another minor. What is it complaining about? Oh, it wants me to bring the pallet in first.
I have to put the bricks somewhere so I can sell them later. I felt this pallet would come in handy.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that whole saving. What are they complaining about now? I picked up the brick pallet.
I have to put the bricks somewhere so I can sell them
I
later.
put the brick pallet down. Oh, you want it in the kitchen. I'm so sorry.
The bricks somewhere so I can sell them later.
Yes, we heard. Shut the hell up. Get the fridge out of the way. Now they want us to go to this wall and use a hammer and chisel and start knocking out these small bricks, which will unlock the large bricks around it, but not all the large bricks. These small bricks are going to break no matter how you do this. Like, even if I hit that big one, the two small ones are going to pop out. And as you can see, that one's still going to stay there. Sometimes they'll do this whole wall thing. Sometimes they will not. And you have to now pack this up with bricks. One of my biggest complaints with this is I destroyed those walls over there. I'm destroying this wall now. I've never lived in or worked on a house that is made of brick. So I'm not 100% sure how they do it. I'm assuming it's that big gap right there in the brick. And then you would drill holes in it with a brick drill bit for electrical. But where is the electric in this house? Is it running on hopes and dreams? Because, you know, that would be the first thing you'd do if you were destroying a wall, is turn off the freaking power, you know, trip the breaker to that room, check the outlet, make sure that it's not live anymore, and then disconnect the power. Which is another thing we'll get to in a little bit, which is the things that you sell in this game. Because we sell a lot of things in this game. And it's kind of weird the way it works. They, for a lack of better terms, gamerfied it a lot. Where they really didn't, you know. This hasn't been gamified. We have to sit here and pick up every last one of these bricks until the pallet is full.
The customer only wants bricks from one wall. Mr. Hammer, it's time for a snack.
Okay, so now we actually destroy the rest of the wall. Who this customer is that wants the bricks, I don't know. It is not on the list of main job things to do, is save them a pallet of bricks. So, not quite clear who this so-called customer is that wants this pallet of bricks. Okay, that's all down. Got to be careful not to hit the floor, which is a whole nother complaint we'll get to at some point. Make sure we pick up all the trash. And you want to pick up as much trash as you possibly can, because that's one of the things you can sell. Weirdly. I'm not sure why you can sell a bag of
Grabbing my
trash.
stuff and slipping off to the warehouse. My work here's done.
And you actually sell the trash for a really decent pay. We can't pick up these bricks. We can't take them with us because we don't have a brick pallet. There's only 4. We could try to smash them to fill up the rest of our trash, but tutorial, don't care. So now we just need to get this brick pallet in the truck, close the van, head back to the garage.
Everything on its shelf. No clutter. If an occupational safety inspection comes by and sees bricks or refrigerators on the floor, they'll ruin me.
Okay. Trash and recycling area. All the wood goes on the wood rack, which is back here. Everything sorted into its proper sizes, because we're going to sell this lumber later. To whom I am unsure. But we're going to sell it to somebody, apparently. And
Hey, stuff. They don't pay me enough.
pallet of bricks.
I'm the boss here.
Small stuff, which we will sell to someone else. Why we took it from the customer, I don't know.
Now that
Now,
I've got it all stored, I'll get one order in. Quick and easy checkout.
this is another complaint,
In the process.
is the orders. They have common client, and you will later see when we get out of the tutorial that there are common, poor, common, quality, rare, wealthy, I believe. I think there's 5 tiers. And you don't sell things for the same amount. Like this full brick of pallets is $100 right now. Which, if we're going to have more orders, why didn't we save the rest of the bricks? Why did we only get what this order wanted? Why didn't we fill up the stock in our warehouse as much as possible if we're going to sell a pallet of them for $100? Where those planks, we have 7 of them. They want 4 of them for only $14 for all 4 of them. We would have been better off saving the bricks. And then the small item box, $124 for that. Keep an eye on that for later on
What works best
orders.
for me? Now that I have that out of the way, I can close the contract.
Okay.
But I have to wait until tomorrow to get paid. Wanted to buy that new DLC with the big battleships for my ship game.
They're talking about the game I was talking about earlier. All right, so
Great
send
rating. This
invoice,
keeps up. And back
get
to
our
the-
rating.
Oh, the courier's already arrived. Which planks do they need?
Are you done talking now?
Handy here.
Shut up. This is one of my other big complaints about the game. You have to hit this button. You cannot just hit escape. It pauses the game. Sometimes it does work. There's some parts where you can actually do that. All right. So now we got to load this truck, our van, and they say the scanner will help, but they actually point out exactly which ones we need. Also, later on in the actual game, there will be tags across here that will tell you, since this is the prologue tutorial thing, it doesn't do that. We need the small stuff. And good to go. Now we come over.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Orders
Next order
done.
be bigger.
Complete it. Send invoice. Why we get quality for that one, I don't know.
To take
Okay.
larger orders, I need more space in the warehouse. I'll get additional rack. Brought a
So,
lot of boards and beams.
are
so
you
the
about
rack
done?
will quickly fill up. Adding a second one's reasonable.
They want you to buy a second thing of wood, but there's really not a whole lot of reason to do so. Once you get into the game more, you'll realize you don't really sell much wood or bricks. The small item boxes sell a lot. Most of the things that you'll put on these pallets will sell halfway decent, and the furniture probably sells about the quickest. But we'll go ahead and we'll buy the beam rack. Then we'll place the beam rack. But this game is screwing you by inches. Because if you notice, this is lined
Taking
up.
care of business, I'll see if I can buy some tools.
Yes, but shut up. I got to show them something first. This is level with this. But if you back it up, you can back all of these up just a little bit and give yourself a little bit more room. Also, you can move this over and back so it's lined up with that. And you can do the same with all of these. And now that's almost the same amount of room as what I had, that I could put one of these bigger shelves. Like if I wanted to, I could take this one and stick it right here. Now I can't put it all the way back because there is a pipe there, but I could also, move this back just a little bit, lose a little bit of that one, put a smaller one here, which would be a much smarter idea, which is what I will probably do. The biggest thing you're going to want to do this for is over here. Look at the gap that they have in here, and moving around these pallets here is a real pain in the butt trying to get to the stuff that is here. Now that I move those back, I can move that right up to the corner. And I also should probably have my two wood racks beside each other. That would make a lot more sense. So we're going to move that over. Then put this here. And now we should be able to get this if it would stop being weird. I don't know why it's being weird. Hold on. Sit it down. Try again. Yeah, for some reason it's being weird when it gets to that corner. I don't know what exactly it's like my cursor's going outside of the wall, and it's messing up because of it. Now that gap I can't get rid of, and I don't know why, but there, now it's up against the wall. The pipe doesn't matter, and we have more room out here to get around these pallets, which, like I said, we'll get to when we get out of the tutorial. We actually have to pick up some items. All right, so now they want to show us the tools thing.
All in all, it's an investment. I need
This
to
is
expand
another
stuff
weird
faster if I
thing.
want to make better money.
Like, we're gonna buy a better screwdriver, which will make things faster for $10. The next one is $1,000, which is ridiculous. Who's gonna pay $1,000 for a hand screwdriver? Why you're not using an electric screwdriver for that $1,000 would make a whole lot more sense. Also, the fact the game gives you a cross or Phillips screwdriver for normal people and a flat or straight screwdriver is kind of weird. And there's even upgrades for the crowbar and the chisel, but never your sledgehammer, which was upgradable in the ship game. It's really weird.
Whew, that's enough for today. You know, I feel that this is just the beginning of something wonderful. Here's to more successful endeavors.
Okay, now what you'll probably not be doing is finishing the day. Barely ever do you actually do this. Okay, so waste recycling, that bag of trash, I actually got 25 bucks for. So for every 2 bags of trash, it pays for your warehouse rent that day. So bringing back your waste, weirdly, is very profitable. Also, it only costs us $4 in gas. It can also take care of your gas. There are many days where you will end with this invoice being a positive rather than a negative due to how much waste you got rid of. Then you have your other invoice, which is your contracts and your orders. So our orders was 238 bucks. We only made 135 from the tutorial house. So we netted 344 for that day minus $29 in cost, which is from the other invoice. So tutorial is complete. Now we get to choose if we want relax mode or standard mode. I really wish there was a third option. I wish there was a hard mode. If we continue this series, we will get into that, and I will explain why when we get to actually tearing down full houses, which amazingly is really soon. Relax mode just means that there's no maintenance cost, no penalties during contracts, so you can literally tear apart everything. You can work for as long as you want, and they simplify the dismantling. Where this one, you have maintenance costs, you have your penalties, you're limited on how much you can work each day, and you have the standard dismantling, which you've already seen parts of and we'll see more of. We're going to play standard mode because we're going to make a series out of this. Why wouldn't we? All right. So that's going to be it for today. I will start up the next episode right here, looking at the next contract. Like I said, I will be recording at least a few of these ahead and putting them out if you guys agree that you like the first one and want to see more. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Also, thanks for all the support on the channel. I appreciate it. Since this is just our second channel where we mess around with this kind of stuff, it's small, it's not growing, it's probably never going to. But the fact that some of you are here, I appreciate it. Have a good one.